So now let's look at the different types of fighting and how to argue. So depending on whether you are a minimiser or a maximiser, a turtle or a hailstormer, you will fight in different ways. A turtle or a minimiser will hate arguments and try their hardest to avoid them or hide from them. And the more they try to hide from them, the more the hailstormer or the maximiser will demand and pressure them. They may shout or throw things or get very excited or red in the face, which I'm sure you will agree can be very confronting. This pattern will continue until the turtle learns to show up more and gently extend reassurance to the hailstormer, or the hailstormer learns to contain themselves so they don't terrify the turtle. So, let's learn how to argue respectfully. This is the most valuable lesson to couples. First, slow things down. Don't try and shout over your partner or insist on getting the last word. If you're so het up that you know you're not thinking clearly, try something called the 7-11 breathing. 7-11, like the shops, it means you count your breath. So here's how it works. You breathe in for 7 counts, in for 7, and you breathe out for 11 counts. You can make the out breath even longer if you wish. This long out breath, and you can make it far longer than 11 if you can, it changes the oxygen-carbon dioxide ratios in your blood. When you're arguing and you're stressed, your breathing gets shorter and the ratio of oxygen and carbon dioxide goes out of whack, and you stop thinking so clearly, and the argument escalates at a more primal level. So if you force yourself to do some long out breaths, the ratio of gases in your blood changes, and this has an immediate calming effect on your brain. It has an immediate effect on your autonomous nervous system and your ability to think clearly. It's really very calming. No one can see you doing it, so you can use it as a trick anytime before you do something stressful. 7-11 breathing. Second, make sure your partner knows you're listening by repeating what you hear they've said. Use exactly the same words to mirror them. Then when they've completely finished saying what they want, say the essence of what they've said back to them in a summary, in your own words. Maybe preface it by saying, "So, what I've heard you say is." Then, to really let them know that you're crossing the bridge over the space between you into their world and are curious and interested to know how they're feeling, say, "I imagine that you've been feeling maybe sad or lonely or frustrated or angry." So, first you ask for an appointment to have a dialogue, and if that moment is not a good time, then it's fine to schedule a time later, provided it's within 24 hours. If you need to sleep on it, so much the better. That old maxim that you should never go to sleep on an argument is a fallacy. Very often it's much better to leave it until next day when things are calmer and you can both see things more rationally. As I mentioned, we've attached a sex and intimacy dialogue to this module so that you can keep practicing and insert your own issues and frustrations into it.